What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty video. We do not have a content update today, but we do have a news update going over another second of the three bosses for the fourth inning program, some new diamonds that we're going to see within that program, and then a couple other stuff we're going to talk about as well. This update's going to be released on Friday. Should be a lot of fun. I'm very excited, but before we hop into this one and more, make sure to leave a like down below. Really does help out the channel. Subscribe if you guys are new, getting closer and closer each day to 40,000. So if you guys want a great place for news, tips, gameplays, pack openings, whole bunch of tomfoolery, it is on this channel. Also probably going to stream on twitch.tv/GomesDaLegend 6:30 Central Time tonight. So basically on Twitter today, they of course announced another one of the bosses. Yesterday we got the reveal of 98 Signature Series Joe Torre, who I'm very excited about. We already know who they're going to be. We're just waiting on the card art and overalls. And this is the video they played today where they showcased a brand new 96 prime variation of Jacoby Ellsbury. So again, we knew this card was coming. Everybody really and their mom. I guess some people still thought it was Johnny Damon, but I tried to explain the All-Star Game appearances, which was one of the clues. Didn't match up. The puzzle pieces didn't fit. Not very good at Tetris. So here's Jacoby Ellsbury from last year, and we're actually going to look at a bunch of stuff revolving around this, because this is only a 90 overall, and we're getting a 96. So it's obviously going to be a lot better, and there's this card right here. But I tweeted this out yesterday, or rather today, don't know why I said yesterday. This is an interesting parallel. So this is an MLB The Show 16. This was his card. This is a 96 overall before the downscaling of overalls, and yet he's considerably better in pretty much every aspect than the card that you just saw right there. I imagine the hitting stats are going to look something similar to this. Now, they did seem not to only have a different overall system, of course, in MLB 18 once overalls went up to a 125 cap, but also it seems like they looked more in depth to cards, especially based on 1 year. Like this flashback, which we are getting a prime 2011 flashback Jacoby Ellsbury, as you guys saw, and that's pretty interesting. So I imagine it's gonna look something like this, except better, being that stats are now up to 100 plus. I don't think he's gonna have 100 plus power, and I think his power against lefties is even gonna get nerfed a bit. I really hope his arm strength does go up from the 59 that he has here, but the speed, I think it's gonna be about the same. I expect him to have diamond defense and center with gold at the corners, and then great contact against righties, and hopefully fair enough against lefties alongside 80 plus vision. Here I just want to show you a bit of the have you guys ever heard the tragedy of Jacoby Ellsbury, the wise for taking the Yankees contract, the unwise by them for signing this. But anyway, this is how his card, look at how his stats are slowly deteriorating, as you guys can see. So his power starts to dip, as well as contact and so, and at 96, this is when the new rating system hit, and I think they again just looked more in depth at a single year and really nerfed his attributes, because he is considerably worse in every possible aspect against except contact against righties, I suppose, but hopefully it looks a lot better than this, but of course it will, being only a 90 overall. Let's take a look at some of the new diamonds that we're going to see. The first one's going to be 87 Ted Williams. Now, they did show this graphic up on their Twitter. These are going to be the 3 diamond players. The first time we're seeing diamonds in the henchman pack, as they like to call it, and I would imagine that their stats are going to be consistent. If not, they're only going to vary a bit, but this is what the 87 Ted Williams looks like. 99 contact against righties, 76 against lefties. He has inverse splits with power, which isn't very helpful. If I look at a guy like Ted Williams, especially somebody who, let's be fair, I don't think this card is starting on anybody's team, especially with that defense, but I would love if he had like 83 power against righties, so he could be a decent bench bat, if nothing else. But he has great vision at 93, good clutch if that means anything to you. So this is going to be one of the new diamonds, again a recycled card that we saw from last year. I imagine the stats are going to be either identical or very similar. The next one is everybody's favorite, Chris Archer. Yeah, not much to say about him. This card is from 2015 All-Star. I shouldn't talk like that. He was cool for like 2 years, and then he completely dipped. And the fleece of all time, it will be written down in scripture, in the history books. Tyler Glasnow and Austin Meadows for this voluptuous bastard. 86 Chris Archer, 90 stamina, 80 hit 9, 85 K9, 67 walk 9. Pitches are pretty much the base, the standard. 2 fastballs, a 4-seam and a 2-seam, a slider and a changeup. Gonna throw a 4-seam at about 98 miles an hour. Not a great differential velocity speaking from the 4-seam to a changeup, only 10 miles per hour, which is just average in my opinion. The 2-seamer, I don't really know. I've never really used this card because, you know, it usually comes out at a time where I don't need an 86 Chris Archer anymore, so not really excited about this one either. But again, these cards are sellable within the Henchman pack, so once you get 150 programmed stars, you're going to get at least like 5,000-6,000 out of them. And the last one, this one is going to have some use for sure. That's going to be Braun. Big fan when this card comes out again. He is there for one reason and one reason only: to absolute slap the face of any left-handed pitcher that comes in close proximity to him. 125 and 114 splits. So this is a perfect guy that you can stick on the bench. This is really probably one of the best left-handed versus left-handed batters that you could find in the entire game, and he's gonna go for like 5,000 stubs. And even if they were to put in a righty, you can still hold your own. 75 both contact and power, 58 vision, no defense whatsoever. He can only play third. I could have sworn this card used to be able to play outfield, but 74 speed as well. So if you do not hit it over the wall, if you just get a gapper, he can still run in open field. So this is a great card. Very excited to see this one here. I also love Braun's swing. I love it all the time whenever I use it in Showdown, if I use it in Battle Royale. So those are going to be the 3 diamonds that we are going to be looking at in the Henchman pack for the 4th inning program. And again, I just want to show you guys this again. This is from the 2011 year that we are looking for the prime card for Jacoby Ellsbury. An anomaly. He had 32 home runs really out of nowhere. If you look at his last complete season in 2009, he only had 8 home runs in pretty much the same at-bats, a little bit more in 2011. And all of a sudden he just hit 32 home runs. It really doesn't make any sense, but it should be a good card because prime cards are based off, well, that one season. And it's funny, that was really the pinnacle of his career, and he completely fell off afterwards, especially when he went to the Yankees. And I don't really know if he's going to play again because I don't believe he's on the Yankees anymore. He is in the free agency section. So that's what we're going to look for as far as Jacoby Ellsbury goes. So we know Joe Torre's going to be in the mega mix as one of the bosses, and then tomorrow we are 99.999 repeated going to see Felix Hernandez, but we'll wait to show him off tomorrow. It's interesting really what we're seeing. I was not anticipating that we were going to see such high overalls as we are in the programs. Very curious to see the attributes of these guys. I don't imagine they're going to show them until Friday when the actual update releases, but remember, along with the prestige programs, we're going to be able to get these guys up to 99 overall, at least for Joe Torre for sure, being a +1. None of them have stayed consistent. The Cray was only a +1, which still kind of boggles my mind how that works, but yeah, we should see a 99 Joe Torre prestige. I'd imagine Ellsbury is going to be maybe only a 97, it seems, once they're getting up to these you know, maybe it's like a 95 threshold. Once you get to that point, it's only a +1, but a great Jacoby Ellsbury card. And then I think a lot of us are really anticipating that Felix Hernandez. Again, I do think that the voucher is a good idea. I just think it is really solid. Again, a lot of people keep asking me about stub sale. I do still think there is going to be one at some point soon. There was not one for Memorial Day, which kind of threw off their track pattern that they've had the last couple years. There's always been a stub sale on Memorial Day weekend from MLB 18 and MLB 19. Not the same this year, but I do think there is going to be one pretty soon. Again, I looked recently, it was like 2 weeks from now, so if that holds any validity to you, I do still think one is going to come. I think the voucher is a good idea. I'm working to get my stubs up. I do have another stub video planned for you guys. I've been doing something pretty different lately, and it's been working really nice. I just have to give it more time and get my stubs up. But yeah, like I said, Friday we're going to see the new bosses, Felix, Jacoby, Ellsbury, and Joe Torre, alongside those 3 new diamonds there. Headliner pack as well. Yeah, it should be a good update. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Are you going to use any of those lower tier diamonds? And let me know again your thoughts. Really curious to think, because I know the obvious knee-jerk reaction is going to be, oh, Felix, oh, come take me away, baby. But I honestly think that the other 2 are going to be very strong candidates as well. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. There comes out.